It's fast, reliable, and built to cross the country non-stop, all for a price tag of $19 million. This is the Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus, a private jet made for executives who want coast-to-coast range without the Gulfstream price. Today, we're stepping inside to see what makes it a favorite among charter operators and corporate flyers alike. Cabin. Step inside the Citation Sovereign Plus, and you'll immediately understand why this jet commands such respect in the aviation world. The cabin stretches 25 feet and 2 inches from nose to tail, giving you more room to move around than you'd find in most first-class airline sections. We're talking about 6 feet of width and 5 feet 9 inches of height. Enough space that even taller passengers can stand upright without hitting their heads. But it's not just about the raw dimensions. This cabin typically seats up to 12 passengers, though the most popular configuration accommodates 8 to 9 people in executive-style seating. The seats aren't just furniture. They're engineered masterpieces that swivel, recline, and adjust in multiple directions. Each one is upholstered in premium leather that costs more per square foot than most people spend on their car payments. The interior lighting system uses LED technology that can be adjusted to match your circadian rhythms, helping reduce jet lag on those cross-country flights. The cabin management system puts control of temperature, lighting, and entertainment at your fingertips through intuitive touchscreen interfaces. You'll find power outlets and USB charging ports strategically placed throughout the cabin, because in today's world, staying connected isn't optional. Storage is abundant with multiple compartments built into the cabin walls and under the seats. The baggage compartment holds 135 cubic feet of luggage. That's enough space for extended trips or multiple passengers gear without having to make tough choices about what to bring. The cabin also features a fully enclosed lavatory with a vacuum waste system, hot and cold running water, and LED lighting. It's not just functional. It's appointed with the same attention to detail as the rest of the aircraft. Cockpit. Moving forward to the cockpit, you'll find what Cessna calls the Garmin G5000 Integrated Flight Deck. This isn't your grandfather's instrument panel with dozens of analog gauges. This is a completely digital environment with 3 high-resolution displays that present flight information in crystal clear detail. The primary flight displays show altitude, airspeed, attitude, and navigation information in an intuitive format that reduces pilot workload and increases safety. The multifunction display handles everything from weather radar to terrain awareness, traffic collision avoidance, and flight planning. The system can even display real-time weather conditions and suggest route changes to avoid turbulence or storms. What sets the G5000 apart is its synthetic vision technology. This system creates a 3-dimensional representation of the terrain ahead, even in low visibility conditions. It's like having X-ray vision through clouds, fog, or darkness. The enhanced flight vision system uses infrared sensors to detect heat signatures from runways, buildings, and other aircraft, displaying this information directly on the pilot's display. The autopilot system is remarkably sophisticated, capable of flying coupled approaches all the way down to 200 feet above the ground. For pilots, this means less workload during critical phases of flight and increased safety margins during challenging weather conditions. Stick around until the end to see the most exclusive feature that only a handful of Citation Sovereign Plus owners actually know about. Something that could save your life in an emergency situation. Engine and performance. Under the hood, the Citation Sovereign Plus is powered by 2 Pratt & Whitney Canada PW306D turbofan engines, each producing 4,400 pounds of thrust, 160 pounds of thrust. These aren't just powerful, they're incredibly efficient, representing the latest in turbofan technology. The engines propel this jet to a maximum cruise speed of 528 miles per hour at altitude. But here's where it gets interesting. The service ceiling reaches 47,000 feet, putting you well above most commercial traffic and weather systems. At this altitude, you're flying in the flight levels typically reserved for airliners, but with the flexibility to change course or altitude at will. Range is where the Sovereign Plus really shines. With maximum fuel, you can fly 3,760 miles non-stop. That's enough to fly from New York to London or from Los Angeles to anywhere in the continental United States with fuel to spare. This range opens up non-stop routes that would require fuel stops in smaller jets, saving valuable time and reducing the complexity of your travel plans. The takeoff distance requirement is 3,760 feet, meaning you can access thousands of airports that larger jets simply can't reach. This flexibility is crucial for business travelers who need to get close to their final destinations, rather than flying into major hub airports that might be hours away from where they actually need to be. Landing distance is even more impressive at just 2,640 feet. This short field capability means you can fly into smaller airports with shorter runways, often getting much closer to your final destination than would be possible with commercial airlines or larger business jets. Fuel efficiency is remarkable for an aircraft of this size and capability. The Sovereign Plus burns approximately 275 gallons per hour during cruise flight. While that might sound like a lot, it's actually quite efficient when you consider the speed and altitude capabilities of the aircraft. Costs? Let's talk numbers, because the Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus carries a list price of approximately $19 million. That's for a new aircraft with standard equipment, but most buyers don't stop there. Custom interior configurations, advanced avionics upgrades, and specialized equipment can easily push the final price well beyond the $20 million mark. But here's the reality check. Very few people actually pay list price for these aircraft. Depending on market conditions, dealer relationships, and negotiating skills, actual transaction prices typically range from $16 to $18 million for new aircraft. If $19 million sounds steep for ownership, chartering a Citation Sovereign Plus runs approximately $6,000 to $8,000 per flight hour. That might seem expensive for an hour of flight time, but consider what you're getting. The ability to fly direct to thousands of airports on your schedule, with none of the hassles of commercial aviation. For regular users, the math gets interesting quickly. If you're flying more than 150 hours per year, ownership starts making financial sense compared to chartering. Below that threshold, chartering remains the more cost-effective option for most users. Now, for that exclusive feature I mentioned earlier, the Citation Sovereign Plus includes an emergency descent system that can automatically descend the aircraft to a safe altitude if cabin pressurization is lost and the crew becomes incapacitated. This system literally thinks for itself, evaluating terrain, weather, and traffic to execute a safe emergency descent. A feature that could mean the difference between life and death in a critical situation. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the world of ultimate luxury, a like and a subscription would mean the world. And for those who dream of flying in style, click right here to watch our video on the 8 best private jets under $15 million. See you in the skies.